Hey Dynamite fans, this Labor Day week, Wednesday, September 4th, we have 4 great books in stores. Starting with Red Sonja number 13 by Torrin Grönbeck and Walter Giovanni. With covers from Lucio Purio, Bjorn Behrens, Joseph Michael Linsner, Walter Giovanni, Cosplay Joni Brosis, the Jenny Frison Modern Icon, and the Frank Brunner Classic Icon, as well as Virgin Incentives, all that. We also have Vampirella Dark Reflections number 4 from Tom Snigowski and Janine Aitchison and Daniel Main, with covers from Lucio Purio, Joseph Michael Linsner, Anthony Marcus, we've got Richard Pace, and we have Cosplay Joni Brosis. We also have Sweetie Candy Vigilante, Volume 2, Number 4, from Suzanne Cafiero and Thiago Vale, with covers from Jeff Zorno, Chrissy Zullo, Yonami, John Jesse, and Josh Howard. Finally, we got Army of Darkness Forever by Tony Fleeks and Pat Mon, with covers from Bjorn Behrens, Arthur Soydom, Tony Fleeks, and Chris Burnham. Again, that is this Wednesday, September 4th, only at your local comic book store, Dynamite.com. So check out these 4 amazing titles, and we'll see you soon.
51 movies across 3 channels, the bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup yet. Bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. Welcome, in fact, to the CBC Award-nominated Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Billups, and we've got a great show planned for you tonight. We're going to be talking about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for taking time out of your Sunday night. And yes, I know, the NFL starts this upcoming weekend. College football started this weekend. And I know, and I always appreciate everybody who always tunes in live on Sunday nights, especially during football season. But welcome in. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a super fine weekend. We'll be getting into that. But first, I want to say this. You can find podcasts and more over at popculturephilosophers.com. Also links to merch, including the very soon-to-be arriving Horror Fest t-shirt. We've been sleeping on that one. We got to get into it. You can also follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and Instagram if you so will. And if you're still on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. That's where you will find me to be the most active and most responsive, is on PCP Army on Facebook. Also, you can follow me on X over at the Rockin Robbie. You can send tips, if you so feel inclined, to CashApp, $, RobbieBillz, BILLZ, not RobbieBillz. That dude's been getting too much money lately. We got to slow that up. Anyway, no, seriously. All we need for support, though, is you being here, liking, sharing, and subscribing. But if you want to go a little bit further, you can join us over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, which will include access to a downloadable audio file of the weekly comic book review hours before it drops on YouTube. Unless it's one of those weeks where I do it live, like I did this week. But we did that out of necessity, not out of possibility. It rhymed, but it didn't make sense. And you know what? That's fine. Sometimes things don't have to make sense as long as they rhyme. That's the way I live my life. That's the way we live Rockin Robbie Live. That's the way we live Pop Culture Philosophers. Also, you can support the channel with Super Chat. We got a new goal. We got a new goal tonight. This is a goal that we kind of talked about a little bit ago. We need $100. Because we have it already. Like we don't have it already, but it's there and it's ready for us to pounce on it. But $100, and PCP gets the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. It's the one thing I feel like I still need in my life. I'm sure there will be others, but y'all, if you want to help crowdfund the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset from back, the early 90s, late 80s, whatever it is, y'all, I got an Ecto-1. I got the reproductions of the Wave 1 and the Fright features for Ghostbusters. We said we would open those if we got a Firehouse. We need $100 to do it. So if you want to help support that, throw in a Super Chat tonight. It will also trigger a Joker video and possibly a Hellboy song. I mean, it will have a Hellboy song. No DC sneak peek tonight. Sorry, Lunar is late for us, so we did not get our DC books early, so there is no DC sneak peek, but there is a bonus blood episode of Horror Fest 2024 tonight. That's right, I'll be giving you a bonus Horror Fest movie review tonight, exclusive to Rockin Robbie Live, until I clip it out and drop it tomorrow. Yeah, but all that to be said, all the support we need is you being here, liking, sharing, subscribing. This show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. What do you want to chat about? Get it in right now. Coming up this week on PCP, we're in the midst of Horror Fest. That's what's going on. So right after the stream tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, oh, that's the wrong one. Go check out Dylan's horror show. They're going to be talking about Trilogy of Terror. This is Dylan's second entry into Horror Fest 2024. I will not be there, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. So go be there tonight to support Dylan and the crew over at DHS as they talk about Trilogy of Terror. Tomorrow night, join us on PCP Movie Night for our third week of Horror Fest. We kick it off with Hellraiser. That's right, a Clive Barker classic. And we got a little bit of a Clive Barker double feature kind of cooked into Horror Fest this week, because Thursday you can join me and Verno and the crew over at Blood Splatter Chatter as we talk about Candyman, of course, based on the short story The Forgotten by Clive Barker. So Horror Fest is moving right along. Tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, Dylan's Horror Show, Trilogy of Terror. Tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night at 8 p.m. Central Time, Hellraiser, and it's streaming on Amazon Prime. And then Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, join me and Verno and the crew over at Blood Splatter Chatter as we discuss Candyman. We now pause for station identification. Get the stations in right now, y'all. I want to see the chat flooded with station. And what is up? Welcome to Rockin Robbie Live. We don't have the DC sneak peek. No Marvel in the 90s, nothing like that, but this is like an old school Rockin Robbie Live. That means you got more time to chat with me directly. This is the show where I get to chat with you directly. We have been nominated for a CBC award. That's the Comic Book Community Awards 2024. They got a brand new category. Best Live Stream Hangout Chat. Rockin Robbie Live has been nominated. We've been at this for a few years. You out there in the chat make it worthwhile. So why don't you vote for PCP and Rockin Robbie Live in that category in particular, and then you win. You know what I'm saying? Because you are what makes this show. We're also nominated for a few others, a few of our friends. 9-panel grid. Best New Channel, Best Unknown Channel, One Collection Down, Community Builder Award, Two Gun Pedro for the Blue Wrench Award. That's right, Best Channel Supporter. And PCP is nominated. Go Figure Reviews is nominated. Comic Culture, our boy Nick is nominated. And of course, the monthly comic book review, which we just had the latest episode of Friday night. So if you missed it, check it out. We had a great conversation, including a conversation about the actor, according to Bearded Comic Bro, named Bela Lugosi. So that, lots of fun, always, during the monthly comic book review. So go check us out at cbcawards.org. Would someone do me a favor? Eric, I think you're the only mod in the chat right now. Big Herm Priory went to bed. However, happy Labor Day, by the way. Station, happy Labor Day. Pop, pop, boom, and all that stuff. I don't know if I said that yet. We'll take a look at the chat. We'll address some comments. But first, Eric, I need you to put out a link to the CBC Awards and throw a link out to your own channel so everybody can go sub up, so maybe next year you don't get nominated for Best Unknown Channel, because that's an embarrassing thing to be nominated for. Anyway, it is now time for your very own official First Five. That's right, everybody. We are going through my DVD collection. That's right, not the Blu-ray collection, which we've gone through twice already, and it's already bigger than it was before. But we're going through the DVD collection. These are things that didn't get upgraded yet, or things I just wanted to hold on to just for something stake. I don't know. But we're in the Fs, and there is the Frankenstein collection, Universal Monsters. This included all of the This was the way to get all of them at the time. These things were released. We've already shown the Creature from the Black Lagoon one and the Dracula one. These were released alongside Van Helsing, basically, the Stephen Sommers film. But this has Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, and House of Frankenstein. So this was like a quick and easy way to get all of the Frankenstein theme films. And I keep these even though I've upgraded to Blu-ray, because these are just an amazing, this is just an amazing package that was put together by Universal. Oh, why is it trying to do that? Hold on. Put up, stay where you are. Nope, you don't want to stay? Stay. Stay, goddammit. Stay. Stay. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me right now. All right, I think we're good now. Nope, we're not. Are you good? Are you fucking good? Are you good? Anyway, these are great sets. Let's remove these discs, because like even the art there, just absolutely stunning, absolutely stellar. We got to put the disc back in, even though I never watch them anymore on DVD. I got Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein on DVD, on Blu-ray, and of course on VHS. All right, then we also got Hamlet. This is the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet. I, believe it or not, am a Shakespearean fan. Have been for a while. Hamlet is my favorite. Cliche it may be, but to be or not to be and all that bullshit aside, Hamlet's a great story that really resonates with me, and that's one of my favorite productions of it on film. But my favorite production of Hamlet on film is this modernized version that they did in the early 2000s that I don't think a lot of people know about, or I don't think a lot of people like talk about it for sure. Ethan Hawke, Kyle MacLachlan, you got Liev Schreiber, You got, what's her name? Julia Stiles, Steve Zahn, Sam Shepard, Deborah Venera. Y'all, I fucking love this movie. Like, if you've never seen this, I highly encourage you. So after the Romeo and Juliet, the modernized one from the 90s, I guess they were like, what else can we do? So they went ahead and did Hamlet. It was not popular. Bill Murray's in this fucking movie, y'all. He plays like Leonidas, I think. Or he plays Leonidas' father. Wait a second. I just said I was a Hamlet fan. Now I can't remember if it's Leonidas or his father. Anyway, so I think it's Leonidas' father. Anyway, so there you go. Hamlet with Ethan Hawke. I really like this. They changed some things to modernize it. So like Denmark is a corporation and Kyle MacLachlan is the uncle who has killed Hamlet's father to take over the corporation. I don't know. I just something about this aesthetically and just the way it's delivered and the modernization of it that I absolutely love. Here is my 6 film Hellraiser collection. This collects on DVD Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, Hellraiser 4, Bloodlines, Hellraiser Inferno, which is severely underrated. It's got Hellseeker, it's got Deader, and it's got Hellworld. So this is what I got so that I could finish out the Hellraiser collection. There's 2 more after this. Judgment and Revelations. One of those is decent. One of them sucks. But this I got because Inferno, Hellseeker, and Deader, I really like that trilogy within a franchise. I may just be the only one. I don't know. And then there is a copy of Hero. Jet Li starring in Hero. One of my absolute favorite Hong Kong produced movies. This movie is a masterpiece, as Time Magazine said. Time Magazine, the LA Times, Variety, and Orlando Sentinel also gave it 5 stars. I gave it 5 ya digs, but they don't put that on DVD covers. Anyway, it's a great movie. We covered it here on a Rockin Robbie Live. Never been clipped out, so we're doing a better job of clipping out our movie reviews here, but usually you get a movie review on Rockin Robbie Live. It's just kind of the way it goes. You're going to get one tonight. It's going to be a Bonus Blood Horror Fest issue or episode or whatever you want to call it. Who cares? Anyway, that has been your first and very own official First 5. All right, we're taking a look at the chat. But first of all, throw your drinks up. Boom, boom, ta-tink, ta-tink. You deserve it. It's been a long week for you. You deserve it. We're about to take a look at the chat, but let's talk about the weekend. What did you do this weekend? What were you up to? What do you want to chat about tonight? We got some time to kill for the movie review, so might as well just bullshit around for a little bit. My weekend. Let's start it with, let's say, Thursday. Thursday night, went and hung out with a very dear friend of mine. We watched Candyman together. Had some dinner, had some great times. Thursday night was great. Friday night. What did I do Friday? Friday afternoon, had a great day. Fantastic day. Friday night. What did we do Friday night? I knew this. What did I do Friday night? We don't remember anymore? Oh, we went karaokeing. That's what we did. Yeah, spent some time with my girlfriend in the afternoon, had a great time, came back home, chilled out for a bit, then we all went out, met for karaoke. Karaoke was great. I slayed Eve 6 once again. Saturday night, had some time with family. Today, had some time with family and watched the movie that we're going to be talking about tonight. And then that was my weekend. What about you? How was your weekend? And my Auburn Tigers, by the way, college football is back. So the Auburn Tigers played Alabama A&M, which is a college in my city, which is funny. But Auburn killed him. I mean, this is good. I mean, this is what's supposed to happen. All right, let's take a look at the chat. We got GT Key Comic in the house. What is up, my man? Omega Slice Comics says, 10 minutes, Robbie about to talk some shit about comics on a Sunday, and I am here for it. We got Big Herm Collectibles up in the house, part of the PCP Army Bad Batch station, my man. Then we got Rogue Collecting out there with a hardcore station. Then we got 9-Panel Grid, my buddy Easy Dick here. Then we got Neighborhood Merc, Evil Face Bad, Hydrosylum Comics said working and lurking. I mean, listening to Robbie while I get some work done, best way to do it. Well, fuck yeah, happy to be a part of your work evening, my man. And I do believe I'm talking to Jay right now, producer extraordinaire. Damn, the song is viable. Thank you, Omega Slice. I didn't make it, but it was available on YouTube Studio. So there you go. Dynamite says, Station, just checking in to say hi. Finishing up my fantasy draft. Be back in 20. Well, you're probably back now. So welcome in, Dynamite. Then we got Iascard. Yo, what's up, Card? How you doing? All right, then we got James. Happy Labor Day weekend, Rockin Robbie. That's right. Hell yeah. CTA Frank is in the house. Adamantium 23. Robbie always brings that heat. What up, everyone? I just bring the spark. Y'all bring the fucking heat. That's the way it works, everybody. Finally, he's getting the Jack Slater toy. Wait, what? Ghostbusters Firehouse. We're getting the Ghostbusters Firehouse if we hit 100 in Super Chats. Not just tonight, but it starts tonight officially. Right now, we're at 100. We need to get that number down to 0, so if you feel so inclined to help support, Super Chats are available, but all the support we need is you being here, participating in the conversation. Evil Face Bass says, the fuck? Did he just say the Ghostbuster Firehouse playset? Yep, I got a dude with one. He wants to unload it. He set a price. I'm sharing that price with you. It's 100. 100. Now YouTube will take 30% of that, but don't worry, I'll cover the rest. But $100, then we can justify getting the Firehouse for the studio, y'all. I know you want us to get the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Evil Face Bat says, I'm such a diehard Ghostbuster fan. Me too, man. I'm really excited. I want to get that Firehouse playset. Then I can open up my Ecto 1. And then I can open up the figures. And then we can have a nice little Ghostbuster thing set up somewhere back there. Be super cool. I'll share a bunch of pictures on Instagram, and we even do a video where I throw slime through the grate at the top like we did when we crowdfunded the slime pit over at Pop Culture Philosophers for the Masters of the Universe line. Omega Slice says, literally driving to my shop to scope some last-minute pulls. Hell yeah. Adamantium 23 says, Hellraiser, one of the sickest. Evil Face Bad says, Hellraiser's a classic. We have such sights to show you. So many great lines in that movie. Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others. Oh, come on. It's so freaking good. Oh, I see all the stations out there, including one from the Mad Respect. Thank you for being here. Mr. Oli says, have you read TMNT Black, White, and Green? I read the first 2 issues, and story-wise, it wasn't quite my... I mean, it was all right. It's an anthology book. Artistically, though, it was great. So that's one that I get stacked weeks of comics, right? And so sometimes things go down and just don't wind up being involved in the weekly comic book review because I want to get it out as quickly as possible, basically, right? Thank you so much, Eric, for throwing out the link to the CBC Awards. Get those votes in, everybody. What's up, Synthetic Panels? How you doing? CBC does not mean the Canadian Broadcasting Corp. It could mean a few things, but it doesn't mean that. It means the Comic Book Community Awards. Sleepy Reader 666. Nominated for the Hall of Fame this year at the CBC Awards. Damien says, to be Robbie or not to be Robbie. Nice reference. I appreciate that. Never seen that one. Bill Murray in it. Yeah, Bill Murray's in it. We all know the answer, says Eric, is not to be. Yeah, you don't want to be Rockin Robbie. Trust me, you don't. You wind up on YouTube begging for money for the Firehouse playset for the Ghostbusters toy line. Damien says, love Heroes so much. Hey, what's up? CNSS84. Had a great weekend so far. Omega Slice says, yo, y'all, I'm sober from alcohol. 769 days. Station. Very nice. Proud of you, my man. Where we at? All right, we got Blood Splatter Chatter in the house. What is up, my man Verno? Blood Splatter Chatter. Like I said, join me on Thursday night as we talk about Candyman for Horror Fest. Nicodemus wants to know, what's everybody's go-to karaoke song? My go-to is Ice Ice Baby. My second is Inside Out by Eve 6. And my third is Losing My Religion by R.E.M. If you want to hear any of those, Super Chats will include a rendition of part of one of those songs. Come on, y'all. We need this Ghostbusters Funhouse. Firehouse. Sorry. I'm still dealing with a little bit of post-traumatic stress from my Funhouse movie review a few years ago. Bizarro Fed is in the house. What is up, my man? I saw you on social today. You cut your hair. You're looking sexy, my man. You got that fresh cut, that fresh do. I love it, man. Keep it going, man. Hope to see you at Horror Fest tomorrow night. I know you're a big horror nerd like me. Neighborhood Merc says, flying into Orlando tomorrow for Halloween Horror Nights. I'm surprised you haven't been before, Robbie. I've never been. Maybe if we can get $250 in Super Chats, we can fucking arrange that. No, I would love to go to something like that. I've never even been to my Six Flags Halloween horror thing, and that's something I've been to Six Flags because it's like 3 hours away. Six Flags over Georgia, but I've never gone to like the Halloween thing. I've been down to Orlando only for MegaCon, basically, right? We went to Disney Springs the first time I went to MegaCon a couple years ago, but I didn't get much out of that. Like, we went to the fucking Lego store, walked around. It was hot as fuck. I was tired. I was like, dude, we got a con to go to. You're pissing me off. We need to fucking go. But whatever. I've never done all the touristy shit. The only touristy thing I've done in Orlando is the slingshot, which is fun. But those swings, fuck those. Fuck those swings. We got the Glock in the house. By the way, Neighborhood Merc, have fun. Take pictures. Send them to me. Make me jealous. Do a Ghostbusters unboxing video. Yeah, we'll do them live and we'll clip it. Yeah, we will. We got to get to 100. Let's take a look. What's going on here? I got hip to Dustin Nguyen and making something for that Spidey book, so I was thinking of snagging that at least. Yeah, Dustin Nguyen, Dustin Nguyen. How are you supposed to say it? I always went Dustin Nguyen because other friends I've had in my life that their last name was Nguyen. It was pronounced Nguyen. But now other people are like, no, it's Nguyen or it's this or that. I don't know. It is what it is. Yo, we got a super chat from Damien, $25. That cuts a quarter off the Ghostbusters Firehouse. We need 75 now. Thank you so much, Damien. We really do appreciate it. He says, get that firehouse going. Thank you so much. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. And now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz. And an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. PPRD. Wow. This one's for you, Damien. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back. I got a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me. Hot tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow into the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and wax a chomp like a candle. Dance from a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I play a dope melody and anything less than the best is a felony. Like it or love it, you better gang weight. You better hit the bullseye. This kid don't play. And if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Boom. And like Kitten Puke says, give me money, money me, money now, me a money needing a lot right now. No, we need the Ghostbusters Firehouse, my friend. And then we got the Glock with a $5 super chat, dropping that number down to $70. Thank you so much, Glock. This one's for you. All right, we need some audience participation in this one, y'all. Hellboy's crushing beers on his forehead. Let's crush this Ghostbusters Firehouse. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! And now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz. And an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BPRD. It's karaoke tributes for you, the Glock. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, I just spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. How's the first fucking line go? God damn it. I'm on the spot. I do this song all the time. Oh, yeah, that's easy. All right, lyrics gone. A burn like a wicker cabinet, junk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. Tear up this web. Fuck. Why am I not remembering the lyrics right now? Hold on. You can look them up again. Yeah, the tick-tock. Yeah, that's so stupid. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I want to tear it off the wall. I hear words and clips and phrases. I think sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I will swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, I just spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Just to prove I know the lyrics, I'll do the second verse. SoCal is where my mind stays, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not as ugly sad as you. Or am I origami Fold it up and just pretend, demented as the motives in your head. I'll swallow my pride, I would choke on the rhymes, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside, I'll find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. That was for you, the Glock. And we got another super chat from the Omega Slice Comics. Thank you so much. A $3 super chat, bringing that number down to $67 in super chats left until we can fund the Ghostbusters Firehouse. This one's for you. Wow. Check it. They call me contact, I'm forming a pack, throw it back, kick you in the chest, bitch. It's like that, I'm not violent, prefer to be silent, it makes sense. You get your lot in life and then you pay the rent, well can't nobody be denied what they need for life. But like Dragon Eddie, see I steal it in the night, I can't do much without what I need. I fly up with the sword and I make your bitches bleed, so please don't believe a lot of what I say, cause about one half of this shit, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not that kind of person, I'm not that kind of man. Do I have to spell it out for you fuckers to understand? I'm not a baddie, I'm not a crook. Is that what I look at? Just don't matter how you put it. It's not my book, but there are people out there who will prey upon the weak. A good and righteous person, that's what I seek. That's what we seeking now. It's what we seeking now. It's what we seeking every day. How? I did that whole shit muted. Did I do that whole shit muted? Are you seriously? Are you serious? Did I do that whole shit muted? Did I really? Y'all let me know real quick. Real quick. Did I do that whole shit? I think I did the whole thing muted. I really do think so. I think I did it muted. Yep. I don't know why we were nominated for an award tonight. Yep, muted. Let's do it again. How embarrassing. I did like a whole rap during the thank you bit too. Sorry, you missed it. What's wrong? These super chats got us going. We need audience participation for this. Let's do it. Let me tell you about this little man I know. He was sent to this earth some long time ago to save it all. brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nana-who. But was raised by Professor Broom, and now he fights. Yeah. Now he fights with a man who's a fish named A. Now he fights with a fire starter and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. Yeah. Smartass Easy Dick says, most volume conscious channel award goes to not Pop Culture Philosophers. Thank you so much, Omega. This one goes out to you, my third karaoke staple. I got a few more, so. $67 to go until we crowdfund the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. Come on. Oh, life, it's bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The lengths that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. Everybody, that's me in the corner. That's me in the spot. Light, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Well, every whisper of every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep an eye on you, like a hurt, lost, and blinded fool. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. Consider this, the hint of the century. Consider this, the slip. And then when I do this part, I literally drop to my knees. And brought me to my knees, failed. What if all these fantasies come flailing around, and now I've sned too much. One more time. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. But that was just a dream. Try, cry, why try? And that was just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream. Dream. All right, there's my top 3 go-to karaoke songs. Thank you so much, chat. When will we review Mad Monster Party? William, that's a good one. That's a good one to do. Sleepy Reader says, awesome rap. Go Robbie. Well, thank you so much. Omega says, holy shit, I did get stoned right before this. However, and the vibes continue. Adamantium says, hey, Robbie, you're a movie guy. Have you ever seen Basket Case? You know I've seen Basket Case. Basket Case is one of those ones I never, like, super got into. I thought it was trying too hard to be like, bleh. But at this point in my life, we should do it. And maybe that would make a great bonus blood episode for Horror Fest, because I have promised that this is the most transgressive and bloodiest Horror Fest of all time. So Basket Case is very much transgressive. The Glock says, read the trade paperback of Red Hulk. That dude's so OP. The battle with Thor, definitely awesome. What I didn't like about that is he's able to, because they're on the moon, so he's able to somehow lift Thor's hammer because gravity. No, gravity has shit to do with the enchantment on Thor's hammer. I don't give a fuck, y'all. I'm just saying, Odin's fucking, like, magical words and enchantment on Mjolnir has nothing to do with the gravity of Earth, or aka Midgard. I'm just saying, that was a little, I don't know. I don't know. Bizarro Fest says, Basket Case is so damn good. Bizarro, you know what's up, says Adamantium. Oh, a powerful voice. Well, thank you so much. Well, maybe one day on the CBC Awards, we'll have Best Singer. And if I don't win that one, I'm going to be, like, really distraught. Adamantium says, you definitely want a Robbie with you if you go karaoke. Yes, you do. Trust me. Somebody was doing Black Parade, and I bet I was louder than them on stage with the microphone. Tugan Pedro's in the house. Pew, pew. Go and vote for him for his CBC Award. Favorite or best channel supporter, the Blue Wrench Award. I see Robbie is flowing tonight. Yeah, we're flowing. Vanilla Rob Van Winkle. Wow, incredible, Robbie. Well, shut the fuck up. Damien, what are you talking about? What, REM? Get the fuck out of here. All right, my next two go-tos are, there's a Green Day song, and there's an Everlast song. So if we want $67 left for the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset, any amount of super chats will give you the next two karaoke staples from Rockin Robbie. Sing some Marilyn Manson, Beautiful People. Evil, you throw out a super chat, I'll try. I don't know if I really know that one. I mean, I know the song. The beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. But I don't know if I know, like, the verse. There's an Ed Sheeran fucking version of that. That's so stupid. Actually, I don't know. I've never listened to anything. And it takes me immediately to his lyrics. That's fucking funny. No, I don't want. No, I don't need. I don't know if I actually. I don't know. I don't think I know the verse good enough. Yep, can't do that one, Evil. Hold off on super chat. I'll sing Stairway to Heaven if we get halfway through, which would take $17 right now. That would get us to the halfway point, and I'll do Stairway to Heaven in full. All right. We're taking a quick break. When we come back, no DC sneak peek tonight, y'all. I'm super sorry. Lunar was late, but we do have a bonus blood episode. Verno started the bonus blood thing, and I really think that's a cool way to fucking put it. So, yeah, we'll have a bonus Horrorfest presentation shortly, semi-shortly, once we get back from the break. But we need super chats. If we get $17 more, we're getting Stairway to Heaven, y'all. Come on. What you got? Let's get halfway to that Ghostbusters Firehouse. This has been fucking fun already. I just want to sing all night now. So this is what I want to do. I just want to sing. So let's make that happen. Station. Hey everybody, Rockin Robbie here, and I want to talk to you about Big Mix Vintage Video. Right now in Huntsville, Alabama, you can go and rent movies from an actual video store. Now this is run by my good homie of over 20 years, David. So go let him know that PCP sent you. This dude's got over 18,000 movies. That's right, he's got DVDs, he's got Blu-rays, he's got 4Ks, hell, he's got VHS and Laserdisc. He's got an exceptional collection of your favorite filmmakers, your favorite film franchises, and he really specializes in hard-to-find, unheard of horror movies. This dude is where it's at. He's my go-to source for those hard to get movies that I don't want to spend a freaking bundle on Amazon or eBay to get. It's just a nice old school kind of vibe when you go in. One of the best video stores I've ever been at. If you're in Huntsville, Alabama, go to 309 Dallas Street and check out Big Mix Vintage Video. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and you can email them at bigmixvintage@gmail.com.
So just, like, tell the story of...
Yeah, right there. Just kind of basically like you were saying
Where
the
should
other
I
day.
start?
It's more about having fun and about going out and doing this.
I like the show.
Yeah.
I
It's just me.
It's as much about us as it is the paranormal.
Here to find some shit.
The goal was that we're going to try and get abducted by aliens, or at least see if we could see the UFO encounter. What do you think's going to happen tonight?
Probably nothing.
Probably
But
nothing.
best case scenario, man, we get sucked up there.
Yeah, if they'd arrested us, like, what would have happened? Like, we would have gone to jail and had to go to court, and they'd have showed up and looked stupid.
I'm just here to, like, I'm super into, like, the idea of aliens and ultra-terrestrials and shit like that. So I want to see, like, what can we do?
And most people think of them as these nuts and bolts things, these creatures that are coming from another place, but it might not be that way. But we're also looking for this through line, this grand theory. You approach the high strangeness and all that kind of stuff, right? From like a sense of play, a sense of having fun, that's when you see it.
Exactly. And it pops across the sky and it just goes forward steady. It disappears.
Ultimately, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. You see that? Right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that moved. Oh! All right, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I get hit
Walking through the woods looking for UFO.
You know, little dude.
Oh my god.
and it's like you point to some random little like.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back here to Rockin Robbie Live on Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm your host, Rockin Robbie Billups. We've already been having a great show. Collecting super chats is what we're doing right now, and we're not begging for money. We're begging for the super fucking awesome toy playset. That is the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. We need $100 to get there. We now need 67. That's right. And here's the thing. I think tonight a good point to get is halfway there. That means we need $17 more in super chats. We're halfway there. Here's what happens when we hit halfway to the goal. If we get $17 more in super chats over the next hour, here's what's going to happen. We are going to be halfway to our goal. I will karaoke the entirety of Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Also, any super chat's going to unlock the Joker video with the Hellboy song. And at this point, the Hellboy song is going to be a remix edition. And then also unlock some karaoke favorites of mine. We've already heard me do a little bit of Ice Ice Baby, a little bit of Eve 6, and a lot of Losing My Religion by R.E.M. So do you want some Green Day? Do you want some Everlast? Do you want to help us reach that goal? Come on, y'all. $17 more tonight. And we're halfway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset, which will involve a whole video of me unboxing it, talking about it, unboxing my Ecto 1 and the original figures. Not the original figures, but I've got the redos, the Kenner Classic versions. We'll open them all up. We'll do it on a stream live, and it will be super fucking fun. $17 more, y'all. And we hit that goal. The other thing that will happen is we're going to open up that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza thrower if we hit our goal of halfway to 100 tonight, which is leading us right now. We need $17 more in super chats. But all the support we need is you being here, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Join the PCP Army. By the way, that's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, follow Pop Culture Philosophers there. You can follow me personally on X at the Rockin Robbie, and you can support the channel with a super chat or through a tip directly to me through CashApp, $RobbieBillz. It's in the description down below. You should vote for us for the CBC Awards. You can also join us over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, and unlock exclusive content, like a downloadable version of the weekly comic book review hours before it drops here on YouTube, unless we do it live, like we did this week, that's what we did. We're in the midst of Horror Fest, y'all, and tonight, after the stream, go over to Dylan's Horror Show and support the homies as they have their second entry into Horror Fest 2024 with Trilogy of Terror. Tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night at 8 p.m. Central Time, check us out as we talk about Hellraiser here on the channel, and then join me and Verno and the crew over at Blood Splatter Chatter Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, as we talk about Candyman. See, we got a little bit of a synergy going on there, a Clive Barker synergy. Speaking of Clive Barker, that dude just got announced for Scarefest, and it might be one of his last convention appearances of all time, y'all. I am through the roof right now. So Scarefest in Lexington, Kentucky, October 18th through the 20th, I believe. I'm there. I try to be at Scarefest every year if I can. Some of the best con experiences of my life have been at Scarefest. And when I do other cons, I get to hang out with you. I get to hang out with comic book creators. I get to run panels at my hometown show. But Scarefest isn't about comic books. Scarefest is about horror movies. And I get to have so much fun just being a fan at Scarefest. And last year's Scarefest was actually the first one in which someone recognized me, and not just fans or people that watch the show, but celebrities recognized me at Scarefest last year, and that was fucking dope. We're kind of becoming known as a movie review and a horror channel, horror expertise channel as we go. So that's really awesome. Scarefest is coming up, y'all, and Scarefest has been very gracious, and they gave me a media badge. So I get to go to Scarefest paid for. Well, gas isn't paid for and shit like that. So Cash App tips are helpful as far as that goes. But no, Scarefest is great and their lineup is amazing. And we got media passes this year for the first time. So me and Hammer Time Holshoe are going to be there. If you're at Scarefest in Lexington, Kentucky and you see us, like, please, like, it like really elevates me when people recognize me and like, yo, I check out the channel. I love your movie reviews or I love your comic reviews or whatever. Like, never be hesitant to say, because I've had people do that. Be like, oh, I saw you earlier, but I was worried about, like, nah, dude, come up, approach me. Unless it looks like I'm in an argument with someone, it's a totally appropriate time to be like, Rockin Robbie, I'm a big fan of your channel. Let's take a selfie. Fucking let's hang out. Like, I'm all down for that. Scarefest is going to be dope this year because they just announced Clive Barker, Joe Dante, Tom Holland, not Spider-Man, but the director of Fright Night and Child's Play, as well as Adam Green and Joe motherfucking Dante. Y'all, you know that not only is it going to be the best Scarefest ever, it's going to be the best Scarefest ever because we got media badges. Maybe we could interview some of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And you know my homie Felicia's got to let me fucking, like, interview her, finally. I've never really asked. I asked one time, I was like, hey, would you want to be on the show sometime? She's like, yeah. And then I get super fucking nervous. And, like, I don't know, like, comic book people, I'm like, Frank Miller, you want to be on my show? I'm a YouTube star. And then multi-award winning. But then I see somebody like Felissa Rose and I'm like, I have a YouTube channel. I just want you to sign this. Please, I love you so much. Anyway, and most people I meet, they're always down to be on the channel and shit like that. But man, I need to get better at that. $17 and I'll get better at that. Come on, y'all. $17 super chats to hit our goal tonight of halfway to the Firehouse playset from the Ghostbusters toy line. All right, we're now pausing for station identification. Let's get those stations out in the motherfucking chat. All right, y'all, let's take a look at the chat, see what's going on out there. So I started watching this new YouTube channel. I think his name is Mr. Mix or some shit like that. But he's like this European dude who's like super big in like vintage synthesizers and like deconstructing and reconstructing songs. And I have fallen deep into his channel right now, y'all. Like, so fucking deep. It's ridiculous. We got Stu here from Dr. Dude's Fan Club. Station Gang, hope everyone's had a great weekend. How we doing? I'm doing great, bro. Good to see you here. We got Brother Joe in the house. Brother Joe, a PCP hero. He's here, says station. No, he doesn't say station. I made it and stationed everyone here is what he said, technically. The artist formerly known as Jesse Say Why is here. You're never late. You're always right on time. Why is it his last? Because Clive Barker's getting older. He's got some health issues, and he wants to focus on writing on the later parts of his years. Was what I've heard. Big Herm is here, and as Brother Joe says, it is past your bedtime, but tomorrow is Labor Day, so I hope everybody has a great Labor Day weekend. I still have to work like normal. Monday is like my craziest fucking day, y'all. So like busiest, I should say, not crazy. But I get up in the morning, do my morning ritual stuff, go to work, FOC. And FOC doesn't sleep, not even for fucking Labor Day, apparently. So tomorrow is FOC day. And then I get done with that. I do the Dynamite show over at Comic Collectibles over at the EXP. And then PCP movie night. We're talking about Hellraiser tomorrow night, y'all. I'm trying to find the button. Hellraiser tomorrow night on PCP movie night. So it's a long day for me, but you know what? Well worth it. Hydra Asylum Comics says Robbie should stick to comics. Some rando. Yep, absolutely. We got Taki in the house. Station. Pop, pop. Boom, everybody. How you doing? To be fair, we've never seen Tom Holland, the actor, and Tom Holland, the director, in the same place. I don't think we have. I don't think they're the same person, though. Brother Joe says, Herm, party on, dude. Don't drink too much Pepsi tonight. William says, Figure Fest will have a Phantasm reunion. Yeah, I'm very excited to meet Don Coscarelli. Very excited to meet Reggie Bannister. They're also doing a Fright Night reunion. Y'all, I ain't got enough money to meet all the people I want to meet at Scarefest. Luckily, we have many media badges, but we'll see what happens out of that. You down with FOC? No, you know me. Yo, we got Carrie here, the OUG, the officially unofficial geek. How are you doing? Brother Joe says, Robbie, you are and always will be an award winner. I know. And I never let y'all forget that. So go vote at the CBC Awards right now. Somebody, we got a few fucking blue wrenches in the house. Somebody throw out a link to the cbcawards.org. Come on, y'all. Also, throw out a link to patreon.com/PCP if you want to help support the channel. Also, the biggest way to support the channel at this exact moment, aside from just being here and participating, is we need $17 more to hit the goal tonight of halfway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. $17 more. You get an unboxing of a toy, Turtles toy, the pizza thrower. You get me doing all of Stairway to Heaven in a karaoke form. And every super chat comes with a karaoke staple, a segment of a karaoke staple from Rockin Robbie. Come on, y'all. $17 more is what we need. If we don't hit it, I won't be sad, but I'll be sad. I really want that Ghostbusters Firehouse. It's there. The dude has it. He says, this is it. We're going to get it, but we need your support, y'all. Come on. We've done this before with the Toxic Avenger, Toxic Crusaders action figure. We've done this with the Joker van. We've done this with the Slime Pit. Come on, y'all. I know we can do it again. Vote for us at the CBC Awards and throw some money our way. We need $17 more before the show ends in about 45 minutes. All right. We're in the midst of Horror Fest. And one of the things that my boy Verno's been doing is bonus blood episodes. Right? Now, I feel like we've already been doing this here at Rockin Robbie Live. 2 weeks ago, we did the review of The Case of the Bloody Iris, an Italian giallo film sent to us by our friends at Celluloid Dreams. It was their first release as a boutique Blu-ray distributor, and it was a really great release and a really cool movie. Then last week, we talked about The Crow, which is not a good movie. And I'm talking about the 2024 Crow. Not a good movie, but definitely a movie that is not as bad as most people are trying to tell you that it is, right? For sure. And tonight we're going to be talking about what is called an erotic vampire thriller from 1990. It's not super erotic, but we're going to be talking about that movie tonight. Also, go check out Big Mix Video if you're in Huntsville, Alabama. So not only are we doing that stuff, no, that's what we're doing. It was the whole bit. I kind of lost, I was building up, and then I realized I revealed too early. So that was premature. What would be the word? I want it to end with an Asian. That was premature commercialization, if that makes sense. We got some super chats coming in. $5 from Big Herm. Y'all, that drops us down to $62 left. Then we got Taki with the $2. That means we need $60 more total for the Ghostbusters Firehouse. $10 more to meet our goals tonight. Premature explanation. Premature. There's another word for that. All right, Herm, this one's for you, my man. no Dynamite show tomorrow. That makes sense. It's Labor Day. The fucked up thing is that nobody told me that, Jay, until just you, just now. Fuck. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna fucking chill. Motherfuckers. Alright, here we go. This is for you, Herm. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Venom, crawling above me. Eddie Brock or Dylan Brock, who's it gonna be? We got Venom War to decide. Well, Venom War is a little bit of bullshit, I think, because I don't give a shit what you think, but I think Alan Ewing's thing about Venom is lame, and I'm not quite plugged in. And now they've got an all-new Venom. In a couple months, Al Ewing will be writing it, and he says it's different because it's a solo writing experience. I call out bullshit! I think it's bad and it's not gonna work, but we shall see. Huh. That was for you, Herm. Though I know you want the classic Hellboy song. Bear with me. Let's rethink that. That was for you, Taki. Herm, this one's for you. All right, y'all. $10 more to hit tonight's goal of halfway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. If you can afford it, throw out $10 in super chats. We'll keep this party going. We got some karaoke in coming up. What's up, Bueller? I see you out there. I love you. Herm, this one's for you. The full actual Hellboy song. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with a demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. And now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! And now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Liz. And an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BPRD. Wow. All right, E, I see you. We'll get to that here in just a second. But I owe a couple karaoke songs. Herm, this one's for you. I think you might get this one. I heard you crying loud all the way across town, 'cause you've been searching for that someone, and it's me out on the prowl as you sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now, and dry your whining eyes. I'm just roaming for the moment, sleeves in my backyard, so don't get so uptight you'll be thinking about ditching me. Everybody, no time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. That is karaoke go-to number 4. And this is for Taki. Karaoke go-to number 5. We've all seen men at a liquor store begging for your change. Hair on his face is dirty, dreadlocked and full of mange. You ask a man for what he can spare with shame in his eyes. Get a job, you fucking slobs, how he replies. God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in his shoes. Then you really might know what it's like to sing the blues. Everybody. Then you really might know what it's like. 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 I'll do the final verse for you because I really like that one. I knew this kid named Max used to get fat stacks out on a corner with drugs. He liked to hang out late at night, get shit faced and keep the pace with thugs. Till late one night there was a big gunfight and Max lost his head. Pulled out his chrome 45, talked some shit and wound up dead. Now his wife and his kids all caught up amidst of all of this pain. You know it comes that way, at least that's what they say when you play the game. But God forbid you ever had to wake up and hear the news. 'Cause then you really might know what it's like to have to lose. Everybody! Then you really might know what it's like. What it's like. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like to sing the blues. Nine Panel Grid, thank you so much for the super chat. $5 away to our goal tonight, y'all. $5 super chats is what we need to unlock Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven, to unlock the Pizza Thrower unboxing, and to get us halfway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. Eric, you're the shit. What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Onslaught. Onslaught is an underrated 90s event from Marvel, oh, don't you know? Many more people know about Onslaught nowadays, but back then, no one really cared. The comic book industry was bare, it was not even barely there. But I know that I love my Onslaught, 'cause it made all the due and the credit for the Avengers and Fantastic Four. was begging up for some more. Onslaught is way better than you remember. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Admit it. All right. Sixth karaoke staple. If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says, everybody, when she says she loves me. Come on, y'all. You know this song. Well, you got your own reasons. And you got your own lies. And you got your manipulations. They cut me down to size. Say you love, but you don't. You give love, but you won't. If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me. There you go. Thank you so much, Eric. That one was for you. Do you have blue eyes? I hope so. If so, it was really for you. Then we got Bueller ending it. We have hit our goal of halfway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse tonight. Thank you, Bueller. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Bueller, this one is for you. Let's do this. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Bueller. He is the best YouTube comic book man ever that ever has been. Why I will tell you what the reason why is because he doesn't give a shit. Now he gives a shit about you and me, but he doesn't care about the algorithm. Don't you see, you know, Bueller does it for the love of shit. Community, and that means a lot. He has always been so supportive. He even gave me the first and final 5. Comics with Bueller. Yeah! The GOAT. Bueller is the GOAT, everybody. Come on. This is for you, Bueller. And everybody, honestly. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with the word she can get what she came for. Ooh, 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 ooh. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause sometimes you know words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. Ooh, 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 it makes me wonder. Oh, and it makes me wonder. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and our spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices who stand looking. Oh, and it makes me wonder. Ooh, really makes me wonder. We're truncating this a little bit. And it's whispered that soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason. And a new day will dawn for those who stand long, and the forests will echo with laughter. Does anybody remember laughter? Ooh, if that, well, then they do the whole thing. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. I hope so. And it makes me wonder. Your head is humming and it won't go, in case you don't know. The piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind? And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our souls. There was a lady we all know who shines white light and wants to show how everything still turns to gold. And if you listen really hard, the tune will come you to at last, when all the wanted run is past. One of my favorite lyrics. To be a rock and not to run. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. It's pretty good, right? That's not bad. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Rockin' Robbie Live. We're going to wrap it up with the movie review. We're going to be talking about Pale Blood, 1990 vampire thriller from 1990. Pale Blood, a little bit of show and tell. Y'all, you are absolutely the fucking best. We love you. We'll catch you here in just a moment.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey Dynamite fans, this Labor Day week, Wednesday, September 4th, we have 4 great books in stores. Starting with Red Sonja number 13 by Torrin Grönbeck and Walter Giovanni. With covers from Lucio Perillo, Bjorn Behrens, Joseph Michael Linsner, Walter Giovanni, Cosplay Joni Brosis, the Jenny Frison Modern Icon, and the Frank Brunner Classic Icon, as well as Virgin Incentives, all that. We also have Vampirella Dark Reflections number 4 from Tom Snigowski and Janine Aitchison and Daniel Main, with covers from Lucio Perillo, Joseph Michael Linsner, Anthony Marcus, we've got Richard Pace, and we have Cosplay Joni Brosis. We also have Sweetie Candy Vigilante, Volume 2, Number 4, from Suzanne Cafiero and Thiago Vale, with covers from Jeff Zorno, Chrissy Zullo, Yonami, John Jesse, and Josh Howard. Finally, we got Army of Darkness Forever by Tony Fleeks and Pat Mon, with covers from Bjorn Behrens, Arthur Soydum, Tony Fleeks, and Chris Burnham. Again, that is this Wednesday, September 4th, only at your local comic book store, Dynamite.com. So check out these 4 amazing titles, and we'll see you soon.
51 movies across 3 channels, the bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup yet. Bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live, here in the final act of Rockin Robbie Live. I'm your host, Rockin Robbie Billups, here on Pop Culture Philosophers. Join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, follow Pop Culture Philosophers there. You can follow me on X at the Rockin Robbie. You can help support the channel over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there, or with Super Chat, or with a cash tip over at CashApp. It's like $, RobbieBillz, whatever. It's in the link. Who cares? Nobody cares about that. We have already hit our goal of halfway funded to the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset, and I am super fucking stoked, y'all. We're halfway there. I know a seller. He's got it. He's waiting for me to get up the funds. Y'all are helping us. We're halfway there. We've hit our goal tonight. However, I see some talk out there in the chat about Seal's Kiss from a Rose. It's another one I've done at karaoke, and I'd be willing to do it in its entirety for any super chat. If you want to kickstart into next week's $50 crowd fund, by all means, you'll get Kiss from a Rose. We're at $50 left right now on the Ghostbusters Firehouse. So we're in the midst of Horror Fest. Horror Fest continues tonight on Dylan's Horror Show. Right after this stream at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, go check out Dylan and the crew over at Dylan's Horror Show as they talk about Trilogy of Terror. Tomorrow night on PCP Movie Night, we kick off the 3rd week of Horror Fest with Hellraiser. And we got some Clive Barker synergy in the house because you can check me and Verno over at his channel and the crew at Blood Splatter Chatter Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time as we talk about Candyman. We now pause for station identification. Let me see at least 10 stations in the chat right now. All right, we got a few things upcoming that I want to talk about. On September 18th, I believe this is a live show. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It will be later. But I will be over at the Uncanny Omar's channel. That's right. We had Omar on not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. We had a great chat. Great chat. He's my new best friend. And I'm going to be joining him for a stream at a near mint condition on September 12th. I believe it's a stream. I don't know if it's something that they record and then cut together. I think it's live. Anyway, I'm coming to near mint condition very, very soon, and I will be influenced, if you will, by Comic Journey. That's right, our boy CJ is going to be trying to influence me on September 18th, and I believe that's at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's a Wednesday night. He just had Comic Tropes on that channel, so he's doing it right. Jim Mint, Comic Tropes, Perry, me. CJ, you're doing it right. Vote for him for Best Hands in the CBC Awards. Come on, y'all. I didn't get the nomination. It's fine. I'm not holding a grudge. Go vote for CJ. And vote for CJ for the most comedic content creator. All right. What's up, everybody? We got a movie review coming, a bonus blood, if you will, of Horror Fest 2024. We got a little bit of show and tell. There's some stations out there in the chat. Hell yeah. Any super chat at any level, it's going to unlock Kiss from a Rose because I've been a singing fool tonight. But before we get into that, it is time for the movie review. So y'all know how we do it. Let me make sure. How do I look? How do I look? Y'all, how do I look? I'm cracking myself up. All right. Oh, do, re, mi, sa, me. What the fuck was do, re, mi, sa? Do, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a golden beam of sun. All right, here we go. Bonus blood. The camera's shaking. Hold on, I gotta... All right. Here we go. What's up, everybody? It's time for some bonus blood in the midst of Horror Fest 2024, the most transgressive and bloodiest horror fest of all time. And this next movie I don't think is very transgressive nor bloody, though it promises to be, but we're about to talk about it. We're about to talk about 1990's Pale Blood. All right, Pale Blood, 1990 film, directed by Vivi Dashinsu, Michael W. Layton. I'm confused about who actually made this movie, but it doesn't matter. It's a movie that I've bought for a while. Like, I've owned it for a while. I remember this movie from when I was younger, and I think I got into this movie in the early 2000s because of the involvement of Agent Orange, right? And plus that look at that cover. It's like, it teases itself as an erotic vampire thriller, and it ain't that. Let's be honest, it ain't that. It ain't Embrace of the Vampire starring Alyssa Milano, one of my favorite erotic vampire thrillers. But it's a pretty damn good movie, y'all. It really, really is. It stars George Chakiris, I believe, whatever his name is. He is a vampire who has come to the States from Romania to investigate a series of vampire killings in LA. Now, he has reached out to Pamela Ludwig, who we know from... what do we know her from? I don't know. I know her, but I don't know what I know her from, if that makes sense. But she is a vampire-obsessed private investigator in LA. So he hires her to rent him an apartment, very much a Dracula kind of scenario, right? Because here's the thing. This dude is a vampire. So he is a vampire from Eastern Europe who hires a woman in LA to investigate a series of vampire murders because he is a little angel He's a little David Boreanaz, right? He is a vampire who never kills. He doesn't kill. He hasn't killed for a long time. He feeds on humans just enough to survive, but not enough to kill them. So he goes to Pamela Ludwig's character to be the private investigator. She has a major vampire fetish. In fact, her damn apartment looks like mine, but she's gorgeous. She's awesome in the movie. And our main character, who is the name of Michael Fury, is the character's name, played by George Chakiris, right? He kind of he gets involved in a young lady who's a friend with another lady who we do know from Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. So she winds up in him, but he's feeding on her night after night, and all she can remember is that they just had the most wild, passionate, awesome night of all time. But he's not killing her. But there is somebody who's killing people as a vampire, or at least disguised as a vampire. Now, we also have Wings Hauser in this film, who a lot of people might know from The Young and the Restless. But he's great. He's my favorite character in this movie. He plays a sleazy video artist, right, who's involved with many of the characters around. He starts figuring out that Michael might be a vampire. He's trying to get videotaped evidence of that for a reason, and that reason gets expounded upon and expanded upon, I should say, over the course of the movie. It is not super bloody. It is not incredibly transgressive, nor is it super sexy. It's got some nice, sex scenes in it. It's got some blood in it, but it's not super gnarly as far as gore goes, and it's not really over the top as far as the eroticism goes. Let's talk about the music. The score in the movie is okay. It's decent. There's 6 minutes, I think, of actual score done in this film, and it's all right, and it's cheesy. This movie is filmed very cheaply, but it has a nice stylistic approach. There are some shots, for instance, that look really good. Not just the bloody stuff, some of the flashback type stuff, but just some of the cinematography. There's some moments where you have this haze of blue light that shines through this guy, this guy's late 80s, early 90s apartment. That really works for me. I love the aesthetic of this film. The music that's composed for the film is all right. It's decent. For the most part, it gets the job done. But y'all, Agent Orange is in the fucking film. And that is the lead singer of Agent Orange, I think, doing his best emo goth band impersonation. They use a few of their songs. In particular, they use Bite the Hand That Feeds, which I think is really, really good. I'm a huge Agent Orange fan. I do believe, if I remember correctly, it is their involvement in this movie that got me aware of it, right? This wasn't really something I saw at the video store throughout the 90s, or at least something I paid attention to. But I'm glad I picked up the Vinegar Syndrome. I'm glad I remembered it. I'm glad that Agent Orange brought me into it. I love their songs. I'm a huge fan of theirs. My favorite Agent Orange song might be, I don't know, is it Too Young to Die is a good one. Bloodstains, of course, is a good one, but I might have to go with The Last Goodbye. The Last Goodbye might be my favorite song of theirs. It's not in this movie, but they're featured in the movie, and it works. They even have their name there on the drum kit, right? So, very cool. I got to see them live a few years ago. It was good. But Pale Blood, it's a good movie. It is. It's got a nice pace to it. It's an interesting take on the vampire story. The main vampire is there to figure out... So, in this world, there's very few vampires left, right? And he leads this very lonely existence. So there's a lot of Interview with the Vampire Anne Rice type shit in there, but it doesn't get overblown or taken to a disproportionate bit in the movie, right? It doesn't go out of its way to make this guy super emo or super sad. He's got the look. But other than that, it really, really works. Now, this movie is promised to be an erotic vampire thriller, right? But it's not. I mean, it's not as bad as other movies I've seen, but man, it works. It does have a little bit of a sexy, sensual quality to it, but it's not over the top and it's not super bad. This is a pretty solid movie. I think it's good. It's a great look into vampire lore. It's mixing some things up, twisting it around. It's a great look into LA in 1989, 1990 when this movie was filmed and released. I love that kind of shit. I love the aesthetic, the lighting. There's a lot of neon. And the Vinegar Syndrome release looks really freaking good. I threw a link in the description below if you want to pick it up for yourself. There's only a handful left on Amazon right now, but there is a link down below where you can find it at a good price, just over $20, and that also helps support PCP, because I do believe we'll get $2 out of that $20 if you spend it, but who cares? It's also available, I think, on Amazon Prime. Somebody's uploaded it on YouTube, but I would recommend that you check it out. Pale Blood is a really cool, different version of a vampire movie from this era. It's not quite Lost Boys or Near Dark, but it's somewhere in between on its own, sexy, but very subtle with its sensuality, and very subtle even with its horror, and very subtle even with its message. I really like this film. I think it's super solid. If you're looking for just tits and vampirism, go to Embrace of the Vampire. But if you're looking for something a little bit more nuanced in that film, check out Pale Blood. It's available on Vinegar Syndrome. I had a great time with it, and I would give it, out of 5 you digs, a 3.69, my dudes. Yeah! What do you think about Pale Blood? Let me know in the comments down below right now. That has been your review, your bonus blood, if you will, for HorrorFest 2024 here tonight on Rockin Robbie Live. Pale Blood. All right, that was fun. That was easy. All right. Any super chat in any amount will give us Kiss from a Rose. I heard Robbie say something about Bay of Blood. I freaking love that movie. Bay of Blood, is that Mario Bava? Yeah, Mario Bava. Yeah, great movie. Great movie. All right. Just had Mark Spears, by the way, at our Mark Spears is local. I've known Mark for like over 20 years. Mark Spears, cover artist for Spawn and DC, Boom Studios, Power Rangers books, tons of stuff. He's got a new book coming out at the end of the month called Mark Spears Monsters. If you are a Universal Monsters fan like me, you definitely want to check it out. Trust me. 100%, you definitely want to check it out. We had Mark over at the shop on Saturday. It's always fun when we have Mark in the store. All right, y'all. Is that Vampire Sutter Kane in Mouth of Madness? I love In the Mouth of Madness. Is it? Nope, different guy. Similar looking. I grant you that. I was thinking Gabriel Byrne the whole time I'm watching this damn movie. It's a good movie, though. I didn't spoil some shit for y'all. Just so you know, I didn't spoil some shit. I want you to watch it on your own, make your own opinion up, and let me know in the comments what you think. All right, let's smoke some weed real quick. All right, we're 30 minutes away from Dylan's Horror Show, continuing Horror Fest tonight with Trilogy of Terror tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, Hellraiser here on PCP, Blood Splatter Chatter, 8 p.m. Central, Thursday night for Candyman. Just can't get away from a good Horror Fest, can ya? Yeah, Mouth of Madness was good. We covered that already on PCP Movie Night for a March Madness a few years ago. When I encourage you, after you leave here and go to Dylan's show, go and check out our review of In the Mouth of Madness. Really good stuff. Just about to say it looks very 1990s LA. Yeah, it totally is. Hello, Reject. Totally. You're better off watching Innocent Blood, says William, which is part of Dylan's Horror Show's Horror Fest lineup. So Innocent Blood is coming. It's what put this in my... Whatever. I mean, if you're looking for tits, I think Innocent Blood's more. But I do love Pale Blood. I think that's a really good movie. 3.69. That's a pretty solid review. And honestly, I think my Horror Fest reviews have been even not needing the 0.5 like grace period that we give them. All right. It's time for show and tell. Show and tell. I didn't really pick up much new, but I do want to show off my buddy over at Big Mix Vintage Video. I just rented another video from him. So last week I rented the McPherson tape. And today I rented, or yesterday I rented Death Machine, because Death Machine is what we're covering for Horror Fest next week on Dylan's Horror Shows. Next week on Sunday night we have a double feature, Rockin Robbie Live into Dylan's Horror Show. Now that double feature is existing tonight, but I'm not on DHS tonight. But I will be there next week to check out Dylan's Horror Show and talk about Death Machine, a movie I've never, ever seen. Y'all know me. I like to own every movie that we cover on Horror Fest, so I had to buy some fucking Blu-rays, including Exorcist The Beginning. This just recently came in. We are one of our the final week of Horror Fest. There's a lot of PCP movie nights, but there's 3. But we are doing the Exorcist franchise, so I picked that up. And I also picked up The Exorcist The Believer with the slip, because nobody wants to buy this, so you'll still get it with the slip. But Dominion I can only find on DVD, and I'm just going to rent it from my boy over at Big Mix Video. All right. Now I want to show off some signed books. This is one of my favorite signed books I have. This is my original copy of Hellboy Seed of Destruction, signed by, Mike Mignola. I met Mike Mignola in 2002. That's when he signed this for me. So there's that. Scott Snyder's a cool dude. I got a few things signed by him, but I love his Justice League run. It's like one of my favorite Justice League runs. It's not quite Grant Morrison's JLA, but man, do I love this run. And I had it signed by him in 2019. My first trade paperback of the collection. I have every issue and I have all the trades. I think I'll just keep the trades. That same day, actually the very next year, I think I got my Dark Knight's Metal signed. Because Scott came back, but so did Jonathan Glapion and Greg Capullo. So there is all 6. No, that's the same. Well, Scott signed this that year. I think I got Greg and Jonathan's like last year or 2 years ago. I don't know. There's my Dark Knight's Metal hardcover signed by the writer, the penciler, and the inker. Let's talk about Van Sciver. Noah Van Sciver. That's right. Noah Van Sciver did this Joseph Smith and the Mormons. Really like this. I met him a couple times. But I got him to sign, and he remarked my Joseph Smith and the Mormons. I'm not Mormon, but I appreciate good comics and great historical comics, or great mythological historical comics. And that's what we get here. So, very cool. My boy Kevin Stokes, who's got some big things on the horizon. He did this book back in the day called Extinction with Stephen Wilson. We had a show with both of them on there. My boy Kevin is the guy that's working with me on our book, which has been delayed right now because he's working on another project, but Mortex is on the horizon. It is mostly done, but this is a very important signed and remarked book for me because Kevin did that for me for my birthday one year. So there you go. And flattery will get you everywhere. That's what Dennis Cowan told me when I brought him my Question Volume 1 Omnibus and said nothing but positive things about his work and how much I love this run. And at no charge, in 2022, did that question remark for me right there. I was just gushing about his work, and as I was gushing, he started doing this little thing, and I was like, oh my God, he's drawing the question in my question book. Y'all know I'm not a big omnibus guy, but they don't really keep this in print. So I love these omnibuses. I still got to get volume 2. This is one of the best books ever, y'all. The Question by Denny O'Neil, Dennis Cowan, Bill Sienkiewicz. This shit fucking rocks. And as I was chatting with him, he did that, and he looked at me and goes, flattery will get you everywhere. All right. That's show and tell for tonight. Like I said, I didn't really pick up anything new. But we do got a taste test. So let's do the taste test. All right, next week for our Horror Fest bonus blood here on Rockin Robbie Live, we're going to be talking about Beetlejuice, because it drops this Friday. Reviews are pretty solid on it, actually. And I'm excited to check it out. But I was excited to check out this new soda from Fanta. It's a Beetlejuice-inspired Haunted Apple flavor, which makes our first official Halloween season taste test. Now, apple soda is a no-brainer to me. One of my favorite apple sodas, I think it's from Mexico. Maybe I'm wrong. What is it called? Starts with an M. Somebody knows this. There it is. Mundet or whatever. I fucking love that soda so much. I've had other apple sodas. It seems to work. Like 100% apple sodas. Now, I have seen some shit out there online, because I follow a lot of this stuff, keeping up with snacks and whatnot, that this is not good and very vile. So let's fucking see. But to me, doing a Beetlejuice, Haunted Apple. Oh, thank you, Sleepy Reader. Yeah, it is. I think it's gorgeous. All right. So I hear it's really bad, but it should not be. Like apple soda, that's like one of the best. Jones does a green apple soda that's really good. Here we go. I've not tried this yet. All right, it smells like they're trying to do caramel apple, which makes sense for Halloween. Yeah, that makes sense for Halloween. So it smells like a caramel apple. It smells like a caramel apple candy. So let's see. I mean, surely this is not as bad as people are saying, right? It's not as bad as people are saying. Oh, hold on. Oh, people are having a problem with that. People are having a problem with the afterbite, if that makes sense. This is a caramel apple soda. That's not bad. Chesney says it's really bad. I don't think it's that bad. This isn't something that, like, you can go out and you're going to run 2 miles, come back home and just pound back a fucking Haunted Apple Fanta, but I don't mind it. It's a decent novelty soda. I wouldn't drink it all the time. The caramel is really heavy. It's more caramelly than it is appley. But it tastes like candied caramel apple. Not a candied apple that's caramelized. But it tastes like a candy version of caramel apple. Way more heavy on the caramel. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. It's a pretty good choice for Fanta to try to do that. Apparently it's not working. Most people don't like it. That's been sitting there for an hour, so it's not super crisp and cold. Maybe it'd be better super crisp and cold. Huh. I didn't mind it, though. I'll give it a 3.5. A 3.5 out of 5. Chill says, wait, it's an aftertaste coming. No, I think the reason why it's fucking people up is because this is Haunted Apple. They're expecting apple soda, not expecting caramel apple. Very heavy on the caramel, but it's a caramel flavored soda, pretty much. I don't mind it. Cinnamon is strong. I don't mind it, though. It's not as strong as the cinnamon fire Coca-Cola or whatever. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's all right. I do. I do. I do think it's all right. I do. All right. We promised an unboxing because we hit our goal. How about the pizza thrower? This is a reproduction of the original Turtles toy. We're going to open it up tonight. My buddy Chris found this for me. Hooked me up. So thank you, Chris. I don't mind that soda. I was not expecting it to be caramel apple because it says Haunted Apple, but it makes sense. Caramel apple is kind of like a Halloween flavor. One of my favorite Halloween candies that came out, never got re-released as far as I'm aware. They you know how they have those filled Twizzlers? The filled Twizzlers that are like this ring doesn't quite fit. This is my girlfriend's ring, but I really like it. I want to steal it, but it doesn't quite fit. I think I'm going to get some pliers and just... Be like, this is my ring now. Anyway, it looks like the Dracula ring. If that, see, it doesn't quite fit. It looks like the Dracula ring. Anyway, so I really like it for that. Maybe I should just get the Dracula ring. What the fuck is going on with this box? Okay, that should just lift. Oh, there's... All right, what was I saying? Oh, so there's those, like, Twizzlers that are, like, red and yellow. There's, like, a lemonade and a cherry punch one. They're, like, sweet and sour. God, I love those. Me and my girlfriend love those. And, God damn, how much tape is on this thing? But they used to do a Twizzlers Halloween one that was a green apple Twizzler with caramel filling. And it was really good. Like, super good. And they've never come out with it again. Here we go, y'all. I love the pizza thrower so much. Oh my God, it looks exactly like the same packaging and everything. Let's get it out of there. All right, we got to get it out of there and put it together. Oh, that's the wrong way. We're going to try to do this without cutting my finger. Which seems pretty difficult to do. All right. Station identification. I got to go get some scissors. Be right back. All right, here we go. By the way, thank you all so much for the super chats. Thank you for your support in keeping our toy habits alive with the Ghostbusters Firehouse. We're halfway there. Next week, we'll try to raise another 50. And we'll make Kiss from a Rose the end goal project, like Stairway to Heaven was tonight. So tonight it could have cost $1, but next week it will be $50 to get Kiss from a Rose. All right, we're just going to kind of put this thing together. So this thing was cool because it was a mechanical figure that would shoot pizzas out from there, shoot them out here. This is a direct reproduction of it. This was the first Turtles vehicle I owned. I have a very definitive story about it. Where my grandmother took me. I got a Bebop action figure. I got this. And she was so cool. She took me to McDonald's to get chicken nuggets. But she also took me to Wendy's to get chili and fries. Because I like that. So next week on Rockin Robbie Live, join me for a Wendy's chili and McDonald's Chicken McNuggets Fest. As we have this now open, I will put the stickers on and I will load it up, battery power it or whatever the fuck, and we'll actually demo that next week. And that's because of the gracious super chats of the audience. Thank you all so fucking much. Yeah, I lost all the pizzas too, Hydro, but this time we're not gonna fucking do that. All right, now it's time for your very own official Final Five. Going through the DVD collection, we're at Highlander. I still have Highlander only on DVD and not Blu-ray because I got this edition that comes with the Queen soundtrack. So it's a 2-disc set. Y'all remember when DVDs that were 2 discs were like that big? It's got this like 10 fucking slip to it. I kept the original packaging. Is that Anchor Bay? It is Anchor Bay. God, I miss Anchor Bay. Anyway, it's got the original soundtrack. I think I said Prince soundtrack. It's Queen soundtrack. The Princes of the Universe. Here's one of my favorite movies that nobody ever talks about. I don't know if this is on Blu-ray. The House of Yes. My favorite Parker Posey movie. She's one of my favorite actors. Also, my favorite Thanksgiving movie, bar none. Planes, Trains, Automobiles, Blood Rage, Thanksgiving by Eli Roth. They're all cool. But man, this ring of my girlfriend's does not fit. I guess I got to get it back to her. I really want like a ring like that. It looks super cool. I'm wearing my girlfriend's ring. It's so stupid. House of Yes, though. This movie is so fucking good. We've never covered it here on the channel. We need to. Thanksgiving. Maybe we should do it for Thanksgiving. Hudsucker Proxy. This is one of those old school Warner Brothers clamshell Blu-rays. Oh my goodness. And it's a Coen Brothers film that's pretty brilliant. Another Universal Monsters set. The Invisible Man. These things are so dope because of the slip with the like, you see what I'm saying there with like, you got like the foreground, then you add in the picture and it just looks even more badass. It looks like a book when you pull it out. It's got every Invisible Man movie in there. I keep stupid shit like this in there. But when you take the discs out, you got a badass, like, dude, they just don't make packaging like this anymore for these movies. But this includes The Invisible Man, The Invisible Man Returns, The Invisible Woman, The Invisible Agent, and The Invisible Man's Revenge. They do not include these sets the Abbott and Costello movies, like the Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. The new box set that has everything together does, but I gotta keep that set. And one of the most important movies in my life, honestly. About this artisan edition of Jesus of Nazareth. So this is a movie that would always play around like Easter time. And I just watched it a lot. Like it's like a 6-hour version of the life of Jesus. Whatever, right? But this movie in particular, and this copy of this movie, is what I was watching when I was near death from infection in April of 2015, right? I almost died. I've talked about that story a lot. I might talk about it more on Comic Journey if you ask me about the origin of the channel or whatnot. But in 2015, on Easter, I was in the hospital, recovering from almost dying from an infection. And I was watching this exact copy of Jesus of Nazareth because it was Easter. And I was very excited to. And I had a spiritual experience while watching this movie that led to the formation of Pop Culture Philosophers. So that's a very important movie to me. A very important disc in particular. Discs, because it's a double. But that's a great fucking movie, y'all. I don't care what you think, man. I'm not actively a Christian or anything, but like I love mythology. I love religion theory. You know what I'm saying? Like I love whatever. Y'all know me. I think most of y'all know me. So you know why I love that movie. Anyway, Ten Commandments is one I watch all the time too. Ben-Hur's a good one. I got that shit on VHS. We should all get together and watch it on VHS. Maybe. Oh yeah, Adamantium. I've talked about that story more. Find any Teen Dog Shades night. I'm sure like I had to go into it. But yeah, like 100%. 100%. All right, and that has been your very own and official Final Five. All right, y'all. Tomorrow night, PCP Movie Night starts week 3 of HorrorFest 2024 with Hellraiser, and continuing the Clive Barker love on Thursday night with Verno over at Blood Splatter Chatter. I will be there to talk about Candyman, 8 p.m. Central Time. But in just a few minutes, go check out Dylan's Horror Show for he's concluding week 2 of HorrorFest with Trilogy of Terror. I'll be on Near Mint Condition soon. I'll be on Comic Journey soon. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for the super chat love. And mostly I just sang tonight, and I really like that. Have a lot of fun with that. All right. So, yeah, we did everything we need to do. We're dipping out. By the way, this is not as bad as people are leading you to believe. It's caramel apple, though. It's very, very heavy on the caramel. All right, go check out Dylan for DHS. I got to go meal prep for the week. All right, love y'all. Station Pop Pop Boom. 51 movies across 3 channels. The bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup yet. bloodiest, most transgressive horror fest lineup of all time, and it all kicks off on August 19th